Hello friends, welcome back. It's good to be back. I've been back from the Southeast Asia adventure for about a month now, and that is why there hasn't been too much going on in my channel. You know, it takes some acclimation to come back and get into life again. But anyway, this is a video of my van build, what I'll be living in and, driving to where I'll be working this summer. What I do is I work seasonally, this will be my 5th year, outside of national parks, in fine dining restaurants. And my first 2 years was Glacier National Park, Montana. Hiked all over that and worked. But that I was living in campers then, a pop-up and then a hard body. My employers provided a cheap campground for me, $5 a day. And then after that, I got a job in Alaska. I didn't want to pull a camper that far, so I bought a van from a garage door installer and totally spent almost 6 weeks totally just every day turning it into something I can live in. So this is what kind of this video shows you. This season I'm working in Traverse City, Michigan, not a national park, but a national seashore with Sleeping Bear Dunes and Lake Michigan and Torch Lake. So I'm hoping to check out all that, plus do some overnight camping in the Manitou Islands, which are out in Lake Michigan a bit out there, as well as some hiking on the North Country Trail. So stick with me this summer as I check out northern Michigan and what beautiful stuff Michigan has to offer in the summer, which they really do. And then of course, big things going on for next winter. Looking at Vietnam a little more, the Ha Giang Loop and Sapa. And then after that, I'm wanting to go to Sri Lanka and then Nepal to do some heavy exploring, hoping to see some great wildlife, including tigers out there. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Hopefully we got some hopefully I have some exciting stuff that you'd be interested in. Anyway, peace. Have a good day. Hello friends, welcome to a Pat D Explorers update. Here I'm back in the States now. I'm going to be working in northern Michigan on the near the shores of Lake Michigan for the summer. And I'll be staying in my summer home, which is what you see here. My 2005 Ford E250 Explorer. I bought this from a garage door company, a garage door installer. It was bare bones, so I had to do I did this whole build myself. There was some holes in the floor I had to patch and level out and such, and I'll show you pictures of that. There is I'm in the Rust Belt, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and all that. So I do have some rust on it, but I've been parking it in the winter now the last couple of years, so I've been keeping the, keeping the rust at bay. But yeah, I'll show you my digs. So here, open her up. This is my tank for my diesel heater, which is down there. You can hardly see it, but that's powered off its own battery, which is behind here. I installed this seat swivel, so that kind of opens it up in here, and then this door, I undo these and this folds down. So there I have a table. If I'm outside standing, I can set stuff there, or if the van is shut up, then you got a table for your seat right there. I've got a few hooks here, one for my dirty clothes, laundry, miscellaneous. I've got a towel up there. I put this flooring in with let me see, insulation, like 1/2 inch insulation, and then a 1/2 inch plywood sheet, and then this laminate. This is a refrigerator and freezer. You can have one side either or. I had it closed up, so there's a little mold I need to wipe out before. 2 weeks is when I'll be going full-time at this, living in here. This is like my socks, underwear, and towel, whatnot. This will be considered my dresser. Got a hook here for my coat. There's that battery for the diesel heater I was telling you about. That silver covers the front windshield. if I choose to. And then I made up these covers for the side windows as well. So yeah. And then here I have my couch, which pulls out to a full-size bed if I wanted to. I built that frame. Little storage underneath here, whatnots. This is a, let me see, I guess I can't really show you. But anyway, there's a 3-inch harder foam topped by a softer foam, memory foam, that is. So yeah. And then I've got a microwave. There's my solar, I mean not my solar, there's my Jackery. That's my power station, 1,000-watt power station. It's powered by solar, or I could plug it in to power it up, or even plug it into the van, you know, the cigarette lighter deal. There's my pots and pans. I've got some, you know, my cookware and whatnot. Here I keep this foam in here, you know, to keep things together. Okay, so that's my griddle. Like, I'll put that on my stove here if I want to just use the whole stove. And this is my that's my pull-out stove right there. But yeah, I use foam a lot, you know, to keep things from rattling, shaking around and stuff. There we go. Okay. There's my backup, you know, my propane tanks for the stove, or I do have a backup heater up top. Here's my water supply into what my sink will be right there, just 5-gallon bucket. My little mirror, brushing my teeth and what have you. Oh, and up here I undo these little latches, because up here is where I keep my food. These will flap on down, or this will flap on down. Yeah, and you know, it's not stocked right now, but it will be stocked with food. Got my banana holder. Hell, you know, might be sitting there, but probably don't really need a banana holder in here. But yeah, that's that stuff. I turn on my electric, and I've got, you know, I've got interior lights. I've got this exhaust fan. Bought this damn fan brand new, and the control pad went out, so I just mounted this toggle switch. So now instead of 10 speed, it's just 1 speed, but it's all I need. Yep, so that is the van. That's my digs. Also, this is always a last resort thing for me, but sometimes you're at a location where you can't step outside your van to go pee, or you wake up somewhere and it's very cold outside and you don't feel like going from your nice comfortable sleep, just instant cold outside. So I carry one of these, emergency toilet. It's a fact of life. Just for number one, of course. Number two, you have to make other arrangements. This is the solar panel, 170 watts. I mounted up there. Back there is the cover for that exhaust fan. It cranks up, you know, to let air out, but it's also rainproof. And this here I just kind of rigged up because the van was making a loud sound, so this kind of cuts the wind. And this rag I put in there 2 years ago, and it stayed there because this was vibrating, and that stopped the vibration. Yep, solar power, gift from the sun. Here I've got my storage box. I bought used for I think $125. But yeah, I've got a lot of camping supplies in here. There's a backpack, this cool little lightweight chair I use for a little comfort on the trail. Tent, life vest, some fishing stuff, boots. I have an extra backup heater there, and what will be going in here too is my paddleboard. Got to take your paddleboard. So yeah, this is like the adventure box where you come get your adventure stuff. Yeah, so that's the van. I do have like, I can hook up a tarp anytime, like to these mounts right here and down there, and then just pull it across and tie it to something, and then I have a shade area. Anyway, that's the van. Back view, you know, if you're backed up to a good view, you open that up, or if it's on the side, you open the side. Got my little garage back here, you know, gotta have a garage. Tools, jack, lawn chair.